right? If we are using in our day-to-day conversation, and that is very beneficial, so that we can learn it. We can learn for a long time. Sometimes if we just remember any vocab, we might forget in just for a few days. But if we use in our real life sentences, it must be helpful for a long time. All right. Even I also want to try, because sometimes I also realize whenever I'm going to try any story and whatever, so sometimes I get stuck because of lack of vocab. So these days I'm also working on it. So I have started reading book, and whatever, if I get any new vocab, I try to write in my copy, and I try to use in my own sentence so that I can remind it for a long time. Right?
Yes, sure.
And this is our first session.
Yep. So let me
Mhm.
quickly introduce myself first, and then you can give your introduction. Right?
Yes.
Okay,
Hmm.
fine. So, well, as you know, my name is Shiv, and I born and raised in Uttarakhand. And talking about my profession, I'm a government employee. As far as my academic qualification concerned, I'm done with my master in English, master in commerce, and this year I'm pursuing my master in economics. And I do take unpaid session on different online applications, and I do teach English through my WhatsApp group, my Telegram group. Again, I run my own small YouTube channel by the name of English with Teacher Shiv, where I upload spoken English content at the same time one-on-one conversational videos. So that's all from my end. If you want to know something else, so feel free to ask.
Wow, that's great to hear. Now you are a government employee as well as you are running YouTube channel. So you are doing such a great job, right? Hmm.
Thank you.
Okay, so now come to the point. And my name is Priyanka. Basically, I am from UP and I have been here in Hyderabad for last 5 years. I am a mother. I have one naughty baby. And in terms of my education, I hold an MBA degree. And my hobbies, I love listening to music and playing badminton, swimming. So this kind of thing that I really want to engage in. And apart from that, I am also running YouTube channel where I upload conversational videos and English related some tips and tricks that help my viewer to improve their English. So that's briefly about me. Hmm.
That's really amazing. I must appreciate you for your hard work that you have been putting because you are a homemaker and you are blessed with one son. As you have said, he is very naughty. Sometimes he definitely gonna bother you. Uh, like he would not allow you to do something whatever you want to do at your home, and you do have responsibility towards your husband and your in-laws. Again, you have your own personal life. At the same time, you're trying to put your energy into learning English. So I must admire you for everything, whatever you are doing, because you do have a lot of things on your plate. I would consider you as a versatile lady who has been dealing with several things, but again, not giving up. Super, amazing job.
Thank you so much. I think this is a part of life. And in a one moment, we all lady become a versatile. Once we become a mother, so that time we also want to do something. We want to follow our passion. So that time we have to do. If we want to do something, we have to utilize our time, right? So we have
True.
to do. And I have seen your videos on YouTube as you have uploaded a lot of videos, and I really admire the way you use such a rich vocab. I really like it. So can I know the secret behind that?
Uh, well, ma'am, I believe there's no special secret behind it. There's no golden mantra. The only thing that I have done is, uh, actually, I was thirsty for it, which simply means initially
Okay.
when I started learning this language, I didn't have any
Mm-hmm.
other sort of problem when I was just speaking English, but of course, lack of vocabulary because I wanted to say plenty of things, but I was not getting words accordingly. I stopped myself plenty of times. I got stuck. I fumbled due to shortage of vocabulary. And because of that, I felt like my English is not improving. From there only, this idea came to my mind that why don't I just ease my vocabulary first, because the more I excel it, or the better I can express my ideas, my emotions, my feelings the way I want. So from there only, I started learning vocabulary, and I started taking session on it as well. And you won't believe, as if now I have learned around 20,000 vocabulary along with the synonyms. And initially, when I was new to this application, that Skype application, I used to use so many advanced vocabulary, but again, there were so many YouTubers, then co-learners, and different members of my group. They have said me that, sir, whenever you use some advanced vocabulary, we cannot comprehend it well. So from there only, now these days I'm not using those advanced vocabulary until it is not needed, or whenever I feel that yes I should use, then only I use. Otherwise, I don't use. But this is the only thing that I have done. I believe if you have need, so you can get the seed, which means necessity is
Mhm.
the mother of all invention. So I had that necessity at that point of time, and I put my all energy into it, and that's what I have been practicing still now at present. I always learn at least two vocabulary every single day, along with its uses throughout the conversation, and that's what I'm doing.
Wow, that's great. And I think that's great way to incorporate any vocab. Hmm. Okay.
Yeah, that's true. And no matter how many vocabularies we have learned so far, until unless we will not incorporate those vocabulary in our conversation, there is no uses of it. Because
Mhm.
at the right time, whenever you are into any conversation, you would not get any idea. You would not get a single vocab out of those whatever you have learned if you would not practice the way it is needed there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you are right. So, how do you practice your English? What do you do?
Simple as I'm doing right now, I'm talking to you. There's no extra thing that I'm doing and no special. I'm a very simple and normal person, and I believe like every single person has his own niche or genre to practice English. One has to find it well
Mm-hmm.
first. Until unless you would not find your best pattern that works for you, you cannot master anything in your life. So usually I always try to talk with people. I work upon two aspects. The first one is input, the second one is output, which simply means to consider this brain as a tank, empty tank, and if you consume English content through listening podcasts, through reading books, and watching some web series, then joining some online platforms. So ultimately, you're feeding this tank with a lot of English content, and this mouth is just like a tap, right? So whatever we have feed it there in tank, that's the only thing that will come out from your mouth. So I have done a lot of hard work into input, means I have feeded my brain into a lot of English content. Now I have to open the tap and I have to use this content. I have to utilize it. So I have to speak, or I can go for writing. That's what I do on a daily basis, which means journal writing. And I always try to have conversation with people as much as possible, sometime through this Zoom application on video call. And then I take my session on WhatsApp, then Telegram, and I sometimes record my solo videos for my channel. So these are some strategies that I have been following to maintain my flow, my fluency, to practice on a regular basis.
Mm-hmm. Wow, that's great. Even I am also into a reading, and I also want to write, even though I don't get time, or I can say I procrastinate. But I want to write every day, but somehow I skip it. And apart from that, I also want to talk is at least one people in every day. So that's how I want to practice, and I want to do shadowing practice that help my pronunciation. I want to work on it, and I really like native speaker, the way they speak, the way they use their tongue. Even I can realize now you are also using the way you are speaking now. That is very nice. Somewhere you have adopted that habit like a native speaker, right? I think. Are you into a shadowing practice? Do you like to do?
Well, generally speaking, I don't love that native accent. I don't even appreciate those speakers, frankly. And I haven't
Mm-hmm.
tried to learn any accent, neither American nor British, because I believe one should have a neutral accent, his own neutral accent, which one has to reform,
Mm-hmm.
one has to refine for himself. Uh, it
Mm-hmm.
requires a level of polish which one has to do, where whatever words come in front of here, you just need to understand that the correct pronunciation of that word. If you know how to enunciate the word as it has to be enunciated, then only you can pronounce the word correctly and you would be understandable to people. Accent is
Mm-hmm.
something which is cherry on the cake, I must say that, where you find yourself that you are pretty much okay with your spoken English, where you are not making mistake, you are not fumbling, you are not stalking, and you are comfortable to use a wide range of vocabularies, then your sentence formation is up to the mark. When you
Mm-hmm.
speak, everyone can understand, no matter whether he is a beginner, intermediate, speaker of English, or advanced speaker, or achieved your primary goal that you have acquired your that accent and you have used it, but maybe you have lost your primary aim that was uh, understanding, because ultimately you are learning English to speak with people who cannot speak your native language, maybe Gujarati, right? And
Mm-hmm.
anything else, Tamil or Punjabi, Urdu. So English, being a common language, works as a bridge to connect people having two different languages. So if you are here, you are speaking, and the person here who's listening to you is not able to understand what exactly you're speaking, I believe there's no point at all to speak English. Then you can go for your native language as well that he is not able to understand. Right? So that's
Mm-hmm.
what I feel.
Yeah, you are right. Even I can completely relate to this. I think understanding is very important. Suppose if we are saying something, we are using lot of fancy word, lot of preserve verb, but that person isn't able to understand that language. So there is no mean of speaking, right? So obviously understanding is very important. But sometimes I feel like pronunciation is very important. Suppose if we are using any new word, so that time it's very important to pronounce that word in a right way. If you are not pronouncing that word in right way, so sometimes you might feel awkward, especially if someone know this language very well way, but you are pronouncing in a not proper way. So there is you might feel something awkward situation. So that's why I think whenever we are learning any new word, it's very important to know the real pronunciation, how to pronounce that word. We should right, and we should also important one more thing that we should know how to use that word. Some words used as a noun, as a verb. So we should also know everything. Hmm. Exactly.
True, that's correct. And but again, I
Mhm.
must say that pronunciation and accent is entirely
Different.
different
Mhm.
from all together, right?
Yeah, yeah, both are different. Hmm.
Yes. So
Okay,
it's up to you.
okay. So last question. Tell me any situation when you had faced difficulties in terms of English, but you faced that situation in confidently.
I still remember my first day in one application. Actually, that was the first application I have used in order to improve my spoken English. I remember the
Mm-hmm.
day when I joined one session, I would say one panel, and the host has insulted me ridiculously, very badly.
Oh.
What he said, actually, I was totally tyro at that point of time. I was newbie for English, you can simply say.
Mm-hmm.
I have completed my whole education in English, oh sorry, Hindi, and I wasn't aware of those terminology, and I wasn't able to introduce myself in English. I wasn't frame a single sentence in English. But anyway, I got fascinated with this language, and I decided to learn this. So for that only, I joined that application, and I was there in his panel, and the host, actually, he was a boy. He was a boy. He insulted me by saying this that. Shiv, I think you should stop your journey here only. I think you should quit. I said, why? So he said, like, the way you are speaking English, it seems to be that you are rapist of English. You are doing postmortem of English. That kind of terrible and awful English you are speaking right now. And I was being amazed, a bit awestruck, what exactly he is speaking. I don't even know who is he. This is the first time I'm interacting with him. I think he shouldn't behave like this with me. No matter how
Mm-hmm.
dreadful and weird English I have. But again, he doesn't have any right to humiliate me in this manner. But as I didn't say anything to him. I didn't say anything wrong to him, but I simply said like, brother, actually you are criticizing me because you are good at spoken English. You are a very good speaker. But
Mm-hmm.
I promise to you, I'm giving my words to you that one day for sure I'm gonna become far, far better than you. I don't know what will I do as I'm blank right now, and how will I do? I don't have any ideas in my mind as of now. But for sure, I will be practicing, and I'm gonna speak English far, far better than you. From there only, I started my journey wholeheartedly. I did practice day and night. I burned myself like a midnight oil. I did practice for 14 or 16 hours. But that humiliation, that criticism was a trigger for me, a spark for me, was a kick for me, which ignited my soul completely from inside and
Yeah.
made me a very diligent and studious person towards this language English. From there only, I fall into love with this language, and from there I started learning it, and here I'm right now.
Hmm. I really admire your motivation, the way you have motivated yourself, and now you are the way you are right now, right? So I think you should talk to that person again, and you should show him, see how am I speaking right now, because sometimes people don't understand what they are saying. That time they might be a good person, they are good in that language. I think that's why they are saying like this, right? Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I wish I could have talked to them, but again that application has closed and I couldn't find him again. But that's totally fine. You won't believe, like, I'm a bit skeptical and I'm a bit diplomatic as well for this statement that somewhere I literally feel a very bad thing about that guy, that he shouldn't do that. At the same time,
Exactly.
I feel he was a good person. Actually, just because of
Mm-hmm.
his humiliation, the way he has insulted me, I took my journey serious. I did a lot of hard work. I practiced uh, with my, in a serious note, and I put my all energy towards learning it, and that's only I would able to speak English, right? And that's why I'm able to delivering my ideas, and I can speak and I can talk to people in English, no matter how many mistakes I'm committing, though I'm not fluent yet. But again, I'm in that position where I can talk, I can have conversation, I can communicate, I can represent myself, right? So I should say thanks to him. So somewhere I'm a bit
Mm-hmm.
skeptical about it.
Exactly. And in our life now, sometimes we should be grateful for the both kind of person, good person and bad person. Good person, that is the kind of person who is always with us. But bad person who is saying like this, but somewhere it become our motivation. We can motivate ourselves and we can achieve something. So I think we should just neglect that kind of point and we should work on ourselves and take it in a positive way. If he's saying negative thing, then let them say. But we should focus on ourselves and we should focus what we want in our life. All right. So now I think it's time to wrap up our session. We had such a great conversation, and my baby is making my room mess completely. So now it's time to look at him. What is he doing exactly?
Okay, no worries, ma'am. I really value your time and thanks for being here. Thanks for inviting me. And it was really a very fruitful and great conversation which I had with you. I have enjoyed thoroughly and looking forward to have another